Hi there guys, Rain and Yahi here from tabletopminis.com, and welcome to another Age of Sigmar battle report. So today we're playing Chaos versus Dwarfs, and we're going to be using the Clash comping system, which is kind of a tournament focused type of comp pack. It was released sort of just after Age of Sigmar came out, and it's been quite popular and it's been regularly updated, so it's got some interesting scenarios and uses pool choices to match to the forces. So we're playing 10 pool choices here, and let's show you the armies and then we'll get started. So here we've got 10 pool choices of Chaos, and that's led by Archaon the Ever-Chosen. So he doesn't have his new war scroll unfortunately, but that would have cost a lot more pool choices and you'd need them out. And then we have a Bloodthirster of Incinate Rage for 2.5 pool choices. Archaon was 3.5 pool choices. Then got a Blood Secretor for 1 pool choice. We have a Blood Stoker for half a pool choice. We've got 5 Blood Warriors for 1 pool choice. And then we've got a unit of 20 Reavers for 1.25 pool choices. So that brings us up to 9.75. That's the Chaos.
Okay, and here we have exactly 10 points of Dwarves, led by Grimburloxen here, the Master Engineer. We have a cannon and an organ gun. We have 20 warriors with full command. And we have 10 hammers with full command. And finally we have 10 longbeards with full command. So that's exactly 10 pool points of Dwarves.
So here we've got the table set up, and we're playing scenario number 4, which is called Balance of Power. And in this scenario we set up objectives, 4 objective markers, one here, over there, over here and here. And at the end of every battle round, if you have a unit controlling that objective, you get 1 victory point. But on top of that, there's some extra victory points for doing things like slaying an enemy hero, seizing ground and so on, but we'll show you them after deployment. So we've rolled up the scenery as per the compact, saying Damned here, Inspiring over here, Arcane Wood, a Damned Wood, a Sinister Ruin, Mystical Dragonfate Deus, Sinister Realm Gate here, Mystical Numinous Oculum, and an Inspiring Overlord Bastion. So now we'll get into deployment. So now rolling to see who picks which side of the field to start on. So for the Dwarfs here, a 4, and for the Chaos we have a 3. So I guess you're going to split it, we're splitting across the way.
Yeah, across the way.
Okay, and then I'll start with the Chaos over on this side here. So the armies have been set up here. We've got the unit of hammers here. Then we have the organ gun and cannon with Grimburloxen in the middle, and the dwarf warriors, and finally the longbeards over here. And on the Chaos side we've got the Reavers over there, Bloodthirster in the middle, we have Archaon and the Blood Secretor there, and then we have the Blood Warriors and the Blood Stoker. And the dwarfs finished setting up first, so they are going to start. And just before we get started, we have to do the secondary objectives. So for Clash Comp, we start with, we use sudden death victories to add victory points. So for Assassinate, I've chosen Archaon, so if the dwarfs assassinate him, they get 1 victory point. And the dwarfs have chose Grimburloxen. The next one was a Blunt, so I've picked the unit of Blood Reavers, so if the dwarfs destroy them, they get 1 victory point. And he has chose the Longbeards here. And finally there's Seize Ground, so I've picked this ruin. So if at the end of the game I have models within 3 inches of it, then I get an extra victory point. And he's chosen this forest over here. And the 2 more secondary objectives in Clash Comp, one of them is if you destroy more pool choices than your opponent, you get a victory point. And finally there's Moonstone, so whoever has control of the most forests at the end of the game gets another victory point. So we're into turn 1.
Okay, start off Dwarves, turn 1 in the hero phase, and Grimburloxen, he's going to cast Inspiring Presence on the Dwarf Warriors over here. So into movement. Okay, so I'm actually not going to move anything. I want to stay quite as far away as possible from that Bloodthirster and Archaon here. See if my cannons can do any work on them. So into shooting. Okay, so start of shooting, and my cannon here is going to shoot at the Blood Reavers over there. So we got 2 attacks here, hitting on 4s, but it's rerollable because of Grimberloxen. So I'll reroll that. And both hit. Now wounding on 2s here. And they both wound, so that's no save for the Blood Reavers, so that's D6 damage each. Wow, so 6 Blood Reavers are dead. Okay, so that's 6 Blood Reavers gone. Okay, and next the organ gun here is going to try and fire all 4 barrels at the Blood Warriors over there. So needing a 4+ here, you can reroll it because of the engineer. I'll reroll that. Ah, man, he doesn't fire anything, it jams. Okay, so that's the end of shooting, and no assaults to be made or anything, so we brave Battle Shock now, and we need to take a Battle Shock for the Blood Reavers over there. They're Bravery 5, they lost 6.
Ooh, so that's 6 of them flee.
So 6 flee. Okay, so that's the end of my turn. I got 2 victory points there, 3 and 2 over here. So into Chaos turn 1. Okay, so we'll start by seeing what the Eye of Shirian is. That's a 5. So now we'll use our command ability, or actually we'll cast a spell. We'll cast Mystic Shield on the Bloodthirster here, so needing 6. Ooh, and it doesn't do it. Guys.
So next to command ability, Inspiring Presence, I'll use that on the Reavers over here.
Good choice.
So movement, and Archaon will move 10 inches, come up to here, and he'll run, so that's D6 extra. 6 inches, so we'll take him over here. Now the Bloodthirster is going to fly 10 inches over to here. And he's going to run, so an extra D6, and 2. Now the Bloodsecrator is going to run, so 4 + 1, 5 inches. And I'm just going to put him down in the middle of the forest here. Now the Bloodstoker is going to run forward, so 6 + 5, that's 11 inches. We'll take him up to here. So that's the end of the movement, and I'm going to keep my guys here to hold the objectives. So no shooting to be done, and nothing can charge because these guys all run. So that's the end of the turn, and we get 2 victory points for holding the objectives. And went to battle round 2. See who starts battle round 2 for the Chaos. We have a 6 and a 5 for the Dwarf. So Chaos to start. So rolling for Eye of Shirian here. And it's a 1. And next, Archaon's going to cast Arcane Bolt on the hammers over there. So cast value of 6, which we make. So that's a D3 mortal wounds. 1 wound, so 1 of them dead. And now the Bloodstoker is going to whip Archaon, so he can move an extra 3 inches in the run and charge phase, and also reroll wound rolls of a 1. And now Archaon's going to use his command ability, which is Warlord without equal, so all units can use their command abilities, and the Bloodthirster is going to use his Bloodthirsty charge, so he can reroll any failed charges. And now into movement, and the Bloodthirster is going to move up 10 inches to here. And Archaon's going to move up to within 3 inches of Grimberloxen. Now Bloodstoker is going to run, so 6 + 1, 7 inches. So I'll take him up to here. So now charge phase, and Bloodthirster is going to charge the organ gun here, so it makes it. And Archaon is going to charge Grimberloxen, so he makes it also. So start the combat here, and Archaon is going to attack Grimberloxen. So 4 attacks with his Slayer of Kings, hitting on 2s and 3 hits. So that's wounding on 3s. I can reroll 1s because of he's been whipped, and if I get double 6 here, he gets sucked into the warp basically by the Slayer of Kings. So, or the demon is roused and target slain. So that I can reroll that 1. So that's 3 wounds and -1 rend. So 5+ save here for Grimber Loxin. He needs to make 2 of them. Ooh, and he takes 2 of them, so that's 6 damage he takes, so he's slain.
Dead.
And that's a victory point for slaying for assassinate for the
Dwarf
Dwarf Warriors piling in here. Attacking the Bloodthirster next. So the Warriors attacking here, 9 attacks, or 9 guys. So the champion is at 10 attacks?
No, 8 guys.
Okay, 8 guys.
9 attacks, hitting on 4s.
Hitting on 4s. Ooh,
Yeah.
3 hits. Because it's a unit of 20, you can reroll to wound though, can't you?
Yeah.
Wounding on
3s.
3s, rerollable. So all 3 wound.
-1 rend.
And that's a 5+ save. And 2 wounds on the Bloodthirster, so he's down to 12. The Bloodthirster's attacking the organ gun here, organ cannon. So 4 attacks, hitting on 4s. 3 hits, wounding on 2s, and any 6s, and it does some special damage here. So that is 2 wounds, and
It's how much rend?
-2 rend.
So 6+ save.
Okay, 6+ save. So that is 2 have gone through, and it's a d6 damage per one that's gone through. So the organ gun's got 4 wounds here, and it takes 7. So that's the organ cannon destroyed. Now the crew's piling in here. So 3 attacks, hitting on 4s, and wounding on 5s. 2 wounds. Any rend?
No rend.
So 4+ save. And 1 more wound on the Bloodthirster, so he's down to 11.
He actually did
Now the
something.
cannon crew piling in. So that's 3 attacks, hitting on 4s. And no hits. So that's the end of turn 2 for the Chaos, and we get 2 more victory points, 1 here and 1 here. And we get 1 for assassinating the enemy general, Grimber Loxin. So that we're up to 5 victory points now, and into turn 2 for the
Okay,
dwarves.
start of turn 2 for the dwarves here. I lost Grimber Loxin, my general, so there's nothing to do in the hero phase, so into movement, and I'm not actually going to be moving anything here. I'm going to keep them where they are. And so into shooting, I'm going to start with the cannon here. It's going to shoot Archaon. That's going to be 2 attacks, hitting on 4s. Can't reroll this time because Grimber Loxin's dead. Okay, so that's 1 hit, and wounding on 2s. 1 wound, that's a -2, -2 rend.
5+ save.
5+ save, and
he
he makes it. So nothing there. Okay, so into the combat phase, I'm just going to pile in with my warriors here. Okay, so that's going to be 15 attacks on the Bloodthirster here with warriors, hitting on 4s here. And so that's 9 hits. 3s to wound here, rerollable.
Ooh,
Oh,
I'll
that's
make
a
it.
good roll. No, 1 didn't. So
Okay, and a -1 rend.
-1 rend there.
So 5+ save. Ouch! Wow. 4, 5, 6. Oh,
Wow.
That's 8 wounds on him, so he's down to
8 wounds.
he's down
Whoa.
to 3 wounds.
3 wounds he's down to. Okay, so now Archaon is going to attack back on the cannon here. So that's 4 attacks, hitting on 2s, hitting on 2s.
Wow.
And oh yeah,
Wounding on 3s.
wounding on 3s.
1 wound.
1 wound. So any rend,
And -1.
-1 rend. So that's a 5+ save for the cannon. And he doesn't make it.
And 3 damage, so it's down to single wound.
Now the horse is attacking with his hooves. So that's 4 attacks,
3s.
hitting on 3s,
And wounding on 3s.
wounding on 3s.
3 wounds. And no rend.
No rend. So that's 4+ saves for the cannon. Oh.
And it takes a wound, so that's the cannon destroyed.
Yeah, that's a cannon dead. Now the crew here is attacking the Bloodthirster. The 3 attacks, hitting on 4s. And wounding on 5s. Okay, now the Bloodthirsters are attacking the warriors here. So that's 3 attacks, hitting on 4s. And 1 hit, and wounding on 2s.
Ooh, and it's a 6.
It's a 6,
so
yeah.
that does extra damage.
Yep, does extra damage. So that's D6 damage to the warriors first.
3 guys dead.
3 guys dead. Okay, and that does 1 mortal wound to every unit within 8 inches, so that's 1 more guy dead.
Yeah, that's because I got a 6 to
and
wound there.
1 guy here, and 1 guy here. I'll take him. Okay, and now the crew here, these 2 are going to attack Archaon. That's 2 attacks, hitting on 4s, and wounding on 5s, and nothing there. Okay, so into Battle Shock now, and for the Dwarf Warriors, they lost 4 guys, their Bravery 6. Ooh, so
four guys.
4 guys flee. And for this crew here, their Bravery 6, and they're okay. And for this crew, Bravery 6, and they're okay as well. So that's the end of Battle Shock and end of Dwarf turn 2. So rolling to see who starts turn 3. Dwarves get a 5. Chaos get 3, so Dwarves start turn 3. Just before we go into the next turn, I got 2 victory points there, so I'm at 4 victory points now, and Chaos is at 5. So into the hero phase, obviously my general's dead, so I can't do anything there. And movement wise, I'm just going to keep my guys here for now on them objectives. I'm going to try and finish off that Bloodthirster and maybe do something to Archaon with what I've got in the middle. So yeah, so nothing to move there. So into shooting and nothing to shoot at. So straight into the assault here. We're going to start with the Dwarf Warriors on to the Bloodthirster. Just going to pile in here just to get full attacks. Okay, so that's 13 attacks here on the Bloodthirster. That's hitting on 4s. And ooh, not that great.
3 hits.
3 hits and wounding on 3s here. They all wound, so -1 rend.
5 plus save.
5 plus save.
And 2 wounds on the Bloodthirster.
Yeah,
so he's down to a single
He's
wound.
down to a single wound, yeah. The Bloodthirster is attacking back on the Warriors. That's 2 attacks, hitting on 4s.
1 hit.
1 hit.
2 plus to wound. Which we make, oh, it's a 6 again.
It's a 6 as well, so that's D6, what is it, D6 wounds?
Yeah, D6 wounds on the unit.
D6 wounds on the unit, yeah.
3 are dead.
3, so that's 4 dead. And 1 off each of the crew. Okay, now this 1 remaining crew member. Let's hope he can slay the Bloodthirster here. Hitting on 4s. Untypical. No, nothing there. Okay, now Archaon's going to attack. He's going to split his attack. He's going to use Slayer of Kings onto this crew member and the horse onto that crew member. So first with the Slayer of Kings, that's 4 attacks, hitting on 2s.
And 3s to wound.
3 hits, 3s to wound.
3 wounds and a -1 rend.
-1 rend and 3 6 plus saves. And he doesn't make it, so he is gone. And now the horse attacking this crew member. That's 4 attacks, hitting on 3s.
Wounding on
and
3s.
wounding on 3s.
1 wound.
1 wound. Any rend?
No rend.
No rend, so that's a 5 plus save. And he makes it, so he sticks in there. So at the end of combat, and now into Battle Shock with my warriors. I lost 4 guys, so they're Bravery 6. And oof, so they 3 of them flee, yeah. And now for the crew, he lost 1, so he's Bravery 6. He's okay. Okay, so that's end of Battle Shock and end of my turn 3. So I got these 2 objectives here, so that's me on 6 objectives and Chaos on 5 at the moment. So yeah, into Chaos turn 3. So
we'll start by rolling for Eye of Shurian. And it's a 3. And now Archaon will Arcane Bolt this last crew member, so needing a 5. And we make it. So that's D3 mortal wound, so he's dead straight away. And he'll use his command ability, Warlord without equal again, so the Bloodthirster can use his command ability, but it doesn't really matter because he's in combat anyway. And next, the Bloodstoker will whip Archaon. So into movement, and my Blood Secretor is going to run forward, so 6 plus 1, so 7 inches. We'll bring him over here, and my Bloodstoker, he's just going to move into the ruins here. So that's it for movement. I'm going to keep my guys holding objectives there, so no shooting and straight into combat. So I'm going to, with my Bloodthirster, attack these warriors. So we're down to 1 attack because we've took so many wounds. Hitting on 4s, which we do. Wounding on 2s, which we also do, and -2 rend, so
minus, oh no, then I don't
get any save. So it's D6 wounds. Wow, 6 wounds, so that's warriors wiped out.
Yeah.
And that actually ends the combat because Archaon doesn't have anything he can attack. So that brings us to the end of turn 3. So we get another 2 victory points there, which put us up to 7 on the Chaos side and 6 on the Dwarves. So now we're rolling to see who starts battle round 4. So for the Chaos, we have a 1 and a 1 for the Dwarves, a 1 for the Chaos, and a 4 for the Dwarves. So Dwarves to start.
Okay, start off Dwarves turn 4. It's not looking good for them. They lost their artillery, their main source of power, I think. So yeah, into hero phase, nothing to do there because the general's dead. Movement wise, I'm going to move the hammers 4 inches. I'll bring them up to here. Like that. Next, these longbeards, you're going to move up towards the Bloodthirster 4 inches. Hopefully get a charge off and slay him finally. He's only on 1 wound. Okay, and actually in the hero phase I could do their old grumbling ability. I'm going to pick the one that they can reroll all wound rolls of a 1, and any dispossessed unit within 8 inches can also reroll wounds of a 1. So into the assault, I'm going to charge my longbeards over here into the Bloodthirster, needing 4s. And they make it. It's them in there. The hammer is here, going to charge Archaon, needing 7. And they make it, just. Okay, now piling in with the hammers here first. Okay, so the hammer is attacking Archaon now. That's 19 attacks, hitting on 3s. And I have to reroll any 3s because of Eye of Shurian.
And that 3 was his.
Oh yes,
was his Eye of Shurian.
Yeah, that was his Eye of Shurian. Okay. And okay, so they make it. That's 14 hits, wounding on 3s now. And so that's 10 wounds and -1 rend.
So that is a 4+ save.
4+ save for Archaon. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6 wounds.
6 wounds on Archaon. So
and
Archaon,
one of them saves does a mortal wound back to.
Yep.
Hammers.
So that's 1 hammer dead, and Archaon is down to 2 wounds. Yeah. Okay. Now the Bloodthirster here is going to attack my Longbeards. That's 1 attack, hitting on 4s and wounding on 2s. And it wounds. That's
-2 rend.
-2 rend. So I
6+ save.
6+ save. Yeah. Which I don't make. So
D6 wounds.
D6
wow,
wounds.
that's 5 of them
That's
dead.
5 Longbeards gone. Longbeards here are piling in. So that's 6 attacks, 4s to hit, and 3.
To 1,
no, that's to wound.
Okay.
Yeah, so 3s to wound. And that's 4 wounds, and it's no rend there. So
4+ save.
4+ save, and
Ooh,
the 3.
Takes a wound, so that's them dead.
Yeah, that's a Bloodthirster gone. Okay, so now Archaon is attacking the hammers here, so it's Slayer of Kings, hitting on 2s.
Wounding on 3s.
Wounding on 3s. And yeah, double 6, so 1 model is instantly dead, eaten by the demon.
Okay, and so that's 3 saves with -1 rend. So
-1 rend, 5+.
And 3 go through, so that's 3d. Oh no, that's 9 damage.
Yeah, so 9 damage, so that's all of them
the unit
dead.
wiped out.
Wow, Archaon's a hard hitter, like. Okay, so end of combat, into Battle Shock, and for the Longbeards here, they lost 5 guys.
Crown of Domination?
Yeah, Archaon's gonna use his Crown of Domination to subtract 2 from my Bravery, so I'm really Bravery 5 here. So yeah, let's roll. I've lost 5 guys. If I roll a 5 here, that's a unit wiped out. 4.
So that's 4 of them dead, so down to a single model.
Okay, so yeah, that's end of Battle Shock. I'm down to 1 Longbeard out of all my army. All my army has been wiped out apart from that 1 Longbeard. So yeah, I'm against Archaon, his Blood Secretor, his Blood Stoker, his Blood Reavers and Blood Warriors. So yeah, I'm going to concede the match there because there's obviously no way my one Longbeard can win it back now. So yeah.
So it's chaos victory.
Chaos victory.
So into the post match, and that was a fairly quick game, wasn't it? It was kind of.
It was.
It went pretty quickly, but we were only playing with 10 pool choices there.
Yeah.
I liked the Clash comp. I think this scenario pack, you know, having objectives on the table makes it quite fun.
Makes it more tournament friendly, I think, more competitive, I think.
Yeah, it's kind of like 40k Maelstrom missions. It's nice having, and the secondary objectives as well, assassinate and seize enemy territory and stuff. I think though, because we were only playing with 10 pool choices, it really limited us playing this comp. I think it would be much better with the full 20 pool choices like you meant to play with, because you know we had to keep basically all of our units back on the objectives, and for the chaos it was just sort of send the heroes forward. Whereas it would have been nice to be able to
my
get more units
and
involved.
Longbeards, I had to keep them on objectives. I couldn't like send them in or I'd lose them victory points. You know, so it's a balance. But
and this is just one of the scenarios. You know, there's 6 different ones with different things to do.
Very interesting ones.
Yeah, really enjoyed that. I hope you guys enjoyed this battle report also, and if you did, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you again in the next one.
See ya.